do it, but you know you have to do it. And when you do it, you're happy because you did it, and like it pays off. And then taking action, initiative, all that pays off. So you're right. I don't want to do it, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go over there, send over some estimates, some quotes, and some invoices, collect some cash. Yo, that's the hardest part, being on the field, off the field, involved with so many things that sometimes you might forget to collect some cash, you know? And then you feel like you're right here. You feel like choked up, you know? Don't do that, man. Balance it out. Lay it all across the board. What do I got to do? Boom, 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 boom. Execute in all aspects. What's going on, guys? Jose here with Vivid Landscape, where value and integrity come first. Guys, welcome back to a new episode. Today we're going to be doing a quick walkthrough of a property here. We have a project here in Pasadena, California. We've been doing a complete demo, gut out, and starting from a clean slate. So far, we got our planters, our bender boards. We have irrigation, low voltage. We have some plants in. So now, at this stage, the property is starting to take shape. It's starting to really look like it's supposed to be looking like. We have some blueprints we're going to show you guys real quick. But let me just show you a little bit of what we've done, guys. We have some 5-gallon plants over here. As you can see, these bender boards here really make the property, give it some shape. It creates a new concept, a new conceptual look for the property. Before it was kind of squared out, so we added some curves. We have some beautiful 1-gallon ground cover. We have some butterfly plants. So realistically, guys, it's a very drought-tolerant look, attracting butterflies, hummingbirds, bees, all that good stuff. We have some lavender, honeysuckle, butterfly plants, all that good stuff. Right over on this side, guys, I mean, it's a pretty large property. As you can see, we're working with a beautiful view right by the Rose Bowl. So we're always happy to enjoy that. So far, guys, we have most of our plants delivered. We have about half. We have a truckload coming up on Tuesday. So as you can see, we're doing most of the planting in the front. How can I put this? Depending on the availability to work, guys, you always want to, if you have front and backyard, you always want to finish the backyard first and work your way to the front yard. That way you don't cause any more damage or any, stepping on the concrete or anything with dirty shoes and stuff. But in this particular project, it's very flexible to work from both sides. So we're going to knock off probably the front yard first. A lot of the plants are being delayed, so we're going to be bringing in those next week. But yeah, it's a really big property, guys, as you can see. The guys are crushing it. Sometimes if it works, you want to use some good equipment. You know, this auger to really dig in there, make the guy's life easier, get some better productive, more efficiency. You can see some better workflow. I'd highly recommend that. Shovels and picks are always great, but if you can implement some tools and equipment that'll make your guys' life easier, they'll be happy. They'll love working for you, and it just gets the job done a lot quicker. So let's go see the back real quick, guys. I'm gonna show you guys how the back looks. All right, guys, we're in the backyard of the same property here. As you can see, this is a real basic plan. You can see pool area marked and sketched out here. We have some lawn area, a lot of new planting, a lot of new reconfiguration of the lawn and the planters. Some really nice big trees. You'll see some of that's already existing and planted, but always working with the blueprint is great. It helps guide your people, your guys, to just really follow through the plan and execute correctly. If you don't have a plan, you can also work that way, but it needs more involvement. You got to be here. You got to talk to the customer, stage, and just really like baby step it all through the way. But blueprints always help you. You show the guys 1-2 times, and then they can just knock it off. And then always have a project manager in place so he can come in and help, the guys guide them through it, and then talk to the customers and just really nail it, get it down to perfection, guys. Walking around this way, as you can see, we have our bender boards in place now. We have some beautiful trees that are going to grow in. We have some crook myrtles, have some color in here. We're going to have some sitting benches on this side. Some more beautiful crook myrtles. As you can see, this is a very consistent configuration. So we have crook myrtles around the backyard to give it that nice color. I believe this is going to be white or pink. Not too sure. We'll see once we take that picture and it's blooming. And then we have some magnolias through the back of the property as well. and just keeping it consistent. And then we have some very large trees that are existing, so we always want to have some really large trees. It's all about volume, mix matching, elevation, heights, just to give it a a really close feeling. You want to tear everything in the back. The last thing you want to do is tear everything out and then just put all little plants everywhere. It doesn't feel right. You need to have some really tall trees, medium trees, low shrubs, some ground covers, and obviously some nice lawn back here. But yeah, the guys are crushing it. They're doing a great job. I'm usually coming here once a week or twice a week, get some content, check in with the guys. I'm always checking in with my customers, seeing if they're happy, if everything is flowing correctly, which, it's always going good because they hired the right crew, they hired the right team to do so. We have our low voltage lighting. So very important, guys, when you guys are running your irrigation lines and your trenching, it just makes sense to throw in your low voltage lighting cables in there. You're already trenched. Don't work twice. Work smart. Work efficient. And just make it, in a productive way where you guys don't have to go back and retrench the same direction or the same trenches just to put in some low voltage wires. So we always do that in line with irrigation, low voltage wires, and your irrigation valve wires. And then you always want to set it at one corner of the property. So you don't want to have one timer for the front yard, one timer for the backyard. For irrigation, and same thing for lighting. You want to have everything in one, even if it's extra digging, even if it's extra trenching. But it just simplifies it for the customer, for yourself, for the lawn care guys that are going to come in and maintenance it. Hence, it's probably going to be us. But just saying, you always want to simplify it. The customers are always happy because they don't have too much to worry about. Well, how many boxes are in the property? You got the front yard, you got the backyard. It just gets complicated, guys. Simplify it, make it easy for them, make it easy for yourself in the future. And that's it, guys. So right now we're going to go back to another property here we have in West Covina. So we'll see you guys in a bit. Boom. A job here in West Covina, California. If you guys can remember last time, we were doing some form work. We were talking about putting in some plants. So we'll show you right now as soon as we walk back there. All the plants are in. We have our irrigation in. We have gravel. The concrete's poured. The guys are now working on some artificial turf. So let's go check it out, guys. Ahí tenemos la poderosa divot truck all loaded up. Real quick, guys, if you guys are not running utility trucks, I highly recommend you get some utility trucks. It just makes it more easier to jam pack it with all the materials, parts, and everything. It's like we call it the little mini Home Depot, you know what I mean? Just have everything here on site, have some pipes, some wood, form wood, stakes, everything. Just load it up, have everything there, and just in case they need to do a quick run for something, it's not, all day, every day, because then that's losing productivity time on the field. So let's go back and see how the guys are doing. For this particular project, guys, we have our Arizona Pro from Purchase Green. Really nice product. It's about 1.25 inches tall. It's an olive color. As you can see, the blades are really thin. It's not too tall because whenever you install, keep in mind when you're installing artificial grass in between, like the concrete steppers and stuff, you never want to go too tall. It looks kind of ugly. The concrete looks too sunken down. You want to have a nice transition. So just having, about 1 inch or so transition is a perfect, at least that's our opinion, but drop your comments down, drop down some of my different ideas if you have a different perspective on that. But this is what we're using here, Arizona Pro Olive. Our foreman here, Jose. How's it going, Jose? How's the project going?
Pretty good.
Good?
Pretty good.
Everything's flowing good?
Everything's flowing good. Turf is about 50% done. And
nice, fast.
Yeah.
Any complications?
0.
You heard that, guys. 0 complication with Vivid Landscape. That's just how we do it. Having the right team, the best guys on our team. Sapenin. ¿Qué hay que hacer para merecer? ¿Cómo andamos? Panchito, es una sed de... ¿Quieres una agüita? All right, guys, as you can see, the guys are currently nailing this down. This is a lot more time consuming than if you had just a regular grass area or a sod area. You got to cut out. You got to, really measure everything out. The nailing process is a lot longer too. So just make sure that when you're bidding something like this, you put yourself enough flexibility time to spend more time than usual. If it was just a square here, it'll be really quick. We use our turf kicker, spread it out and everything, and then it's just nailing it on the edges and make sure everything's spot on. As you can see, we have our ficus installed as well. For this particular one, like I told you, we got 5-gallon ficus. We have some beautiful gravel here, as you can see. This one is called salt and pepper, guys. So we got a little mixture of white and grays So you guys can see why they call it salt and pepper. But yeah, guys, project is moving. Everything's flowing in the right direction. You guys are crushing it. All right, guys, as you can see, coming along this side, we have some beautiful concrete steppers. As you can see, we had to work with existing concrete deck, the pool deck. So what we did is we kind of innovated and became more of a modern style look while respecting the old design that it had. So if you can see this nice curve coming along following the pool deck, and then we kind of transition into a more of a modern style concrete steppers, which is also going to have some artificial turf there between it. It's just being creative, guys. That's what it is. When the customer calls you out and says, hey, look, this is my problem, I can't spend enough time out here and everything, it's up to us to propose something to solve the problem. I can't stress that enough. I always talk about solving the problem, but that's really what it takes, guys. Who can solve the problem better? Who can offer a better solution? And all in all, for give them a good offer, a good deal. So moving along this way, guys, they're gonna want to put some their barbecue stuff on this side. We propose some nice 24 by 24 concrete steppers. These are prefabricated, guys, but as you can see, look really nice, really fancy, very simple, at the same time very elegant look. We covered that around with the same salt and pepper gravel. And then just moving along this way, we have our same ficus, 5-gallon ficus, and this just wraps around the whole back of the property here. So as it grows and fills in, it's really going to soften up the backyard. I'll give it a very green, natural. This was already here. It's something they really like. They want to keep it, so it's like a fireplace. So you can spend time, put some chairs out here, burn some wood, and just really have a good time. You have a pool, a lot of different elements. You have green, you have some concrete to hang out, broken up patterns, some artificial grass, some water. That's it, guys. That's it for this one. We're gonna start heading out for our other project. Do it, but you have to do it, and when you do it, you're happy because you did it, and like it pays off. And then taking action, initiative, all that pays off. So you're right, I don't want to do it, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go over there, send over some estimates, some quotes, and some invoices, collect some cash. That's the hardest part, being on the field, off the field, involved with so many things that sometimes you might forget to collect some cash, and then you feel like you're right here, you feel like choked up, Don't do that, man. Balance it out, lay it all across the board. What do I gotta do? Boom, 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 boom. Execute in all aspects. We're on our way to our third and last stop as far as projects, guys. Today was mainly landscape construction, visiting all the landscape projects we have going on, a quick glance of what we're doing and what we're building, and then I'm gonna go hit the office and work a little bit more. So for just those of you who are new to our channel, we do also do gardening maintenance. So we'll do a YouTube video about that. You can see some of that in our first episode. But yeah, see you guys in a bit. Hit it up there right now. Oh, ya va otro vistazo aquí, ¿no? All right, guys, so this is the current and last project that we are going to be stopping by here. This is Claremont, California. This one is 95% a wrap. We're going to be showing you guys really quickly. We did all these paver work here. We got some veneer stone, these beautiful putts in. The guys planted these, trimmed these up a little bit. They're actually touching the top of the roof here. We're going to clean these up and really make them look really good. I'm going to be walking through this project, guys, from this end all the way across. So this was a complete demo, tear up. We'll put up some video if we have the old footage. It's a complete 360 degrees turnaround. And we decided to simplify. I had a lot of planters back here, very little pool deck, very little concrete area. So now, as you can see, completely transformed. Different feel, different concept. Turned out great. Like I said, we're about 95% complete. Just got to clean everything up, and then we got to seal these pavers here. So these were some regular 4x4 posts. So we decided to wrap them up and create these nice pilasters with a nice concrete top. And then our foreman had a good idea, and we wrapped these up with some wood. So we're gonna, so it just gives it that bigger, thicker look, because the post was a little on the smaller side. You can see on this side, it's a nice veneer. We built that pony wall. We had to knock it down and rebuild it again. It was kind of weak. So we put some greenery, soften up the back look. Remember, I always talk about softening up the backyard. So all this cinder block back here, we decided to cover up with some ficus, soften everything up, and it fills in. It's gonna feel really relaxed. That's the same thing. We added some pots back here, so it could really give it a different feel back here. For any project you do, you always want to implement lighting, whether it's up lighting, whether it's path lighting. For this particular one, as you're going to see, we were able to implement some nice lighting on the pots here. So it's going to be uplighting the olive trees. As you can see, we went with some FX just a standard uplight shine up here real quick, so it's going to look awesome at night. We'll be able to show you guys a video later. These pilasters, so as you can see, we have some down hardscape lights, and we have one in every side, so at night it's really going to stay lit up. Lighting is very, very important, guys. It brightens up the landscape at night. The features just keeps everything feeling welcoming and warm, so always include lighting. One thing I recommend, if the customer, for example, if it's out of the budget or wherever, at least include the low voltage wire, because you're already digging, you're already trenching, so you already have that configured in there, and then just put some loops every 10 to 12 feet. That's normally what we like to do with lighting. And then later down the road as a phase 2, you can come back and just plug in your lights rather than having to dig everything back up. So just keep that in mind. Always, when you're doing a project, think of the future, think ahead, and think of how you can solve problems in the near future. So for this one, we do have some lighting. We have some lighting. As you can see, we're going to have some nice lighting at night, pointing upward and just really lighting up this wall. Same thing with all the ficus across the board here. We're going to have some lighting. I believe the pool has lighting. The guys that did the pool, they did a good job. They put some lights in there. So just imagine how amazing it's going to look at night, guys. We can't wait to show you guys a video. That's it for this one, guys. It's a wrap. Let's head on out. So that was it for the third project, the third visit of the day. We've pretty much been on the field about 8 hours. So now it's time to head back to the office, get over there and do some estimates, some invoices, and work a little bit in the office. So I got a few hours of that because I'm a little backed up, but there it is, guys. Hope you guys like the content. Subscribe, like, share. Feel free to comment anything if you want to see anything different. If you have different ideas of, how to get stuff done compared to how we do it, feel free to shoot it over. We're really open-minded. We're open books, and we're willing to learn. So that's it for this one, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. As always, stay shining, stay grinding.